breakfast, slice it like a ninja. Pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger. Authoring is August, wordplay is December. That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slick as icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pitches. This is what didn't get it, getting hitting it different differs. What did he do with it? Didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Louis do a dual identity, dueling enemies. Do it to him, chewing through him without doing it dentally. Superhuman, fluent without refueling engines with energy. This chemistry can it be? They googling endlessly. Even computers losing memory, bending mentally when they interface with the lyrical ability.
This one takes that carry.
Lawrence a goalie. Flat two. Alright.
Who could forget May 18th, 2024, Tyson Fury versus Usyk right here at the Kingdom Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. And of course, here he is, Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198 centimeter reach. And he'll be facing Lawrence Okolie, 196 centimeters tall with an 82.7 inch reach.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. Lawrence the Sauce Okolie. This WBO World Champion Cruiserweight is a hard hitter.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed Cruiserweight World Champion and an undisputed Heavyweight Champion of the World, Alexander Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is a British Commonwealth and Europe.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right, listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Misses with the jab. And he misses with the left uppercut. How about that time counter shot? Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. There's a counter shot. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in a headlights.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Jab slightly off target. That counter shot lands. Done with that counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Alexander Usyk in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in me. Anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter shot. Here's a scoring blow. Swing and a miss with that jab. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Misses with the straight left. He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one. There's the bell for round three. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Perfect counter shot. Counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Perfect counter lands. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Punching, got him there. He scores with the counter. Those counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Alexander Usyk in that last round. You know that bell was... There's the ground roll. So the fight will continue. How did they turn things around? This is a good situation. Just be good. Get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't get frustrated. Make you fight. Hold the time. Just play again. Let's come back again. If you don't, it's going to be off. and shoot. Just misses with that uppercut. Incredible work rate. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so tough. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. Punch caught him clean. Perfect punch. That jab doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. That was almost... That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym rats. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about what?
Can't score with that jab. Figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. It's not a match made in heaven.
Nice job getting that punch through. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So much speed. What happens to your opponent is cut to ribbons, and that's when the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you trust your work. You think, I've got to get him inside contract.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this tension...
There's the bell for round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The jab that does not score. The jab not finding its target. They exchange punches. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Not a lot of defense here at all. Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Alexander Usyk in that last round. Not worried about these two fighters gassing out. Here we go. It's round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Missed him with that uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. You've heard the old phrase. And we enter the 8th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. That one will count. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. We didn't know who was going to win, and in the end, no one did win. This fight ends in a draw.
A draw? Ooh, listen to that crowd. Nobody's happy with that. Why? Because the build-up was ridiculous. The things that were said were ridiculous. But these two fighters were evenly matched, and this is why we've got a draw. One thing is for certain, they're going to do it all over again.
I'm in ranked. Dang, I thought that was gonna get us to gold 3. Yeah, we trying to get our rank up, and I'm not trying to keep running the lat 2 just so I can lose rank.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. I want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pour my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm. Yeah.
Fudge, who is this? Gold 1? 89 and 46.
A beautiful afternoon for a fist fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work.
Here we have Tyson Fury, 20 years old, nicknamed the Gypsy King. He's perfect with an 8-0 record. A lot of people really high on this young heavyweight. The Gypsy King.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing the big heavyweight, undefeated in his campaign, with a record of 8 wins, no losses, with 7 wins coming by way of knockout.
A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
You're out in the open. There's the breeze, but there's the sun. When you're moving, when you're...
So here we go. Should be a good one. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That jab misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Tom, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much for boxing. This is a fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice work to block that right uppercut. A perfect counter shot. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. Can't find a home with that jab. Perfect counter lands. Hook misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Now listen to it.
There's the bell to start round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Good one. That counter shot lands. They are giving us a high-tempo show. They exchange punches. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Jab misses. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here we go to the fourth round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He threw a punch and just got countered. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter shot. Just missed with that jab. An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Not many people would have predicted.
It's like, hey, yo, nah, I had you winning, bro. Nah, it's cool.
Just wanna find and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. Let's start a fresh start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting
Another heavyweight fight, platform. I don't know, this one's tough.
Stance. That's it. What we're doing with this. No, you can do it with this. That's it. Nice and smooth. Stay that way now. It's not working. Switch southpaw.
Time out.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
Let's go. He missed that completely. Hey, the counter punch is crazy. Oh yeah, lightning hands, huh? Fuck, I forgot. Yeah. Run away. Run away.
Get through it. Get through
Run
this
away.
round.
Run away! Run away! He almost knocked it down! Run away! No! Run away! Run away! Run away, Texas!
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get back out there and switch on. Get this boxing.
Do your business! Keep doing it. I will happily oblige. Yup, I will happily oblige. I will happily oblige. Alright, back to it. Down, mama. Oh, aha. One. This ain't no more granite chin. Oh no.
That's it. When he comes at you, he throws his jab. Left hook.
Oh, my belly.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Let's go out.
Let's do it. Bro. I had no idea.
you can do it. Be confident. That's it. Nice and smooth. Stay that way now.
He's waiting for the counter. All right. Yep, no more of that. We're gonna wait for our second. And then we're going to that shit lit.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breaths. Calm yourself down. Calm.
I looked at it. Mix it up. Mix it up. Body and head.
Oh, he went right under that shit.
Counter with that left hook.
I was gonna try to throw it overhead. And then try to throw it straight to the front. But that shit, he went past the fucking overhead. I couldn't even get that shit hurt like this.
Just be smart and counter it. Be smart and counter it. Stick that jab on it.
But if I go it takes forever. Or at least if I go it takes forever for my glove to do that. And that's the one thing I fear because of that fucking counter move. It gives me the ability to get out of dodge, but I don't know.
Roll the left hook.
Bro, he went through my fucking...
Okay, now you're letting him back into the fight that round. That's his round. He's starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Down that whole round. That shit
victory.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Have you got complacent? The fight's not over yet. You gotta go out there and win.
Let's do it. Okay, we got that last round. Push.
Then head and body. That's it. Switch it up.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Relax. Come on. Calm. It's all right. You're all right.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. And
Let's do it. His fucking punch speed is fast. Lack of stamina, that shit's drained. Yeah, nah. Got that shit. Good fucking shit too. I was catching his fucking head, bro. I was catching his fucking head for the fact that I didn't get a cut. The whole fucking fight, I didn't get not one cut. That's what I wanted. Nah, he won. think he knew that. He knew I was trying to get him to the age. He went to the body early.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your conscious.
Oh shit, this the dude I just played earlier. I feel like I've seen his name already. Did I not take that picture earlier? Maybe I actually shit. They fought enough fights in here, and I fought enough fights in here. Maybe I just fought them before, but not recently. They're on Fury, so I don't know. Any of this.
Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Switch to southpaw.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. You've been coasting for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go.
That's it. What we do in the gym. You know what we do in the gym? Be confident. That's it. Nice and smooth. Now stay like that now.
Okay, focus now, focus. Big deep breaths, big deep breaths. Calm yourself down, calm yourself down. Come on, breathe, breathe. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get your jab back.
Let's go. Which is crazy. I threw 2 punches and you let both of them.
Okay, now you're letting him back into the fight that round. That's his round. You're switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes. Now you go back out there and switch back on. Get focused.
It's not working. It's not working. Switch this out.
Okay, you let him back into that fight, and that's his round. I need you to go back out there and win this round.
Let's fight.
Guys, reset. Switch stance.
What was that? What are you doing? Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go.
Let's do it.
What are you doing? Come on, get your head fixed up. Be smart.
Buddy, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. Get your mind back on the job. There's a god up.
He's using way more stamina than you.
Switch stance, that's it. What we do in the gym. You know what we do in the gym? Be confident. That's it, nice and smooth. Now stay like that now.
Come on.
All right, let's switch stance. Switch stance. Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Switch to southpaw.
than that, I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You let him back in. You're better than that, kid. Just go back out there. Great work. I love it.
Through my fucking dad. What's the fucking uppercut reaches? So he swung at nothing. Bro, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. I moved back. Bro, what the fuck? I'm literally fucking stepping back. Oh my god, that's bullshit. But now I'm fucking down one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now we
Come
gotta
to
hold
me.
the guard. We gotta hold the fucking guard. Fuck me. Being the fact that I already fought him on hockey, I know he's gonna be off the counter, bro. So that's why I'm gonna fucking stay back. But this is some fucking bullshit. Look. Ain't no fucking, like, come on. It's over. It's over. Do my fucking shit to the chin, no land.
Be clever. What are you doing?
Nah, you got it. Fucking cheese, man. He pretty much did see what I fucking did to him yesterday. Damn, that's tough. Only thing is, he didn't catch it. Hey, yo. Yeah, alright. That wasn't bad. Damn, we were right there, too. It's always when I'm right the fuck there. You might just be the breeze, boxing champion of all time, bro. It's like I see my life now. I'm an undisputed champion of life. I just catch that one.
Walk for me, box for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. Walk for me, box for me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. When your idols become your rivals, has a funny way of making you pick up the Bible. I've been hustling for the longest. The money's
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, this shit, it's like, it's hurting my fucking brain, bro. It's hurting my fucking brain.
We've heard of sleeping with the fishes. We're about to fight with the fishes here at the Atlantis. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. It's the Mexican.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
Not too many seats to be. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Swing and a miss with the jab. Punch, counter punch. These two fighters are made for one another. That counter punch caught him clean. Those counter punches have to hurt. And that jab just missed with the left hand. They exchange punches. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a building.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Beautiful counter shot. Jab misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Miss with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Let's go out there.
And there's the bell to start round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A swing and a miss with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Counter punching. Nice counter. Well done with that counter shot. Can't land the jab there. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just misses with that uppercut. Perfect counter lands. That jab won't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Crawford and the bell rings and we start the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. How about that time counter shot? Tried to score with a jab. Nope, that jab not going to score. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will when they hit. It'll be a lot harder.
Power. That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good counter punch. That counter shot lands. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Missing with the left uppercut. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Missing with that jab. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. There's the bell for round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the Glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nice counter shot. Jab slightly off target. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
On to the 6th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And this with that jab. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win. And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. What a punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That jab misses. That uppercut just missed. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without...
And we enter the 8th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Crawford is dazed.
No type of fucking work, bro. Like, just fucking sitting there on some bullshit.
You've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in the gets.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good punch. These punches coming from every angle. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A top.
At that point, it
You are the sweetest thing. Yeah. I live all the joy you bring. Yeah. But I'm coming back, I'm knocking down the door. Are you ready for more?
a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting batted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Become your rivals, you know the hustle paid. You know you took your lemons and turn them to lemonade. I'm from money where the police are getting with. And that's a true story, that's not something you just say. Undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We want it to be gangster, yeah, we want it to be dons. We end up in the can and I don't mean a Rubicon. I've always been a champion, I've done this on my ones. I've been running up hills, I've been banging out weights. I've been beating up the heavy bag, I'm training every day. Had to fight for these mills, had to lose a couple mates. Sacrifice after sacrifice, that's the only way. Undisputed, they thought that I could do this. I said I'd be a legend, they all thought I was deluded. The pain's deep rooted, the game's diluted. These rappers aren't gangster, they're all capping in their music. In my soul I can feel it, in my soul I can feel it. There's always been a deeper meaning, I wrestle with my demons. I wrestle with my demons. The road's always been appealing, there was holes in my sneakers. There was holes in my sneakers. I had to go and get that beat and I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling. I just know that I'm in deep. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city.
You already know what to do. Make it happen, get the tapping, and we'll be back.
What's up, man?
Hobo and 5. Peace out, y'all.